few days ago, I was talking to a friend of mine who's looking to get her health back on track. She knows that she has neglected it for years. And so I was giving her the information because when I talk about essential nutrients and nutrogenomics and the science, the secret science that is now being revealed to us, and how to add life to our life, I realised that, if people knew how the cells in the body work and what they need for the cells to work, we can do our own healing, our inner healing. I thought that would be just fantastic because it's very simple when you understand it. Again, this diagram comes from my anatomy and physiology book going back 40 years ago. And it's the activity of cells in the body. This here is like a house, because our body is like a house. And as old cells are worn away, because cells have a lifespan, and they die off, and as they die off, new cells have to be made. So that's where you need your nutrogenomics and essential nutrients. And then these new cells then are brought up and put into place. So that is cell regeneration. So our body is continually replacing itself. And that's very exciting. So today I'm going to talk about stem cells. And, in our body, some scientists say that we have over 37 trillion cells in our body, and really they can't be counted. But some others say, well, there could be up to 70 trillion cells in our body. And as I say, they're continually breaking down and building up. And nutrogenomics is the medical research that goes into allowing this to happen, allowing our body to heal itself. And stem cells, here the orange, the little orange circles here are indicative of stem cells. And we have stem cells in every single part of our body. They are inactive here at the moment. They're all inactive, we'll say. We have them in our brain, and we have them in our skin, and our eyes, and our heart, and our stomach, pancreas, spleen, adrenals, kidneys, bladder, reproductive organs, small intestine, large intestine, the liver, the lungs, every single part of the body. And what the simple fact is that once our body gets essential nutrients into it, that is 60 essential minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, fatty acids, and water. Now today I'm going to talk more about the minerals. And if there's one mineral missing in the body, just one mineral missing, that's equal to 10 diseases. So you can imagine that if you have 5 minerals missing in the body, what you're exposed to. So what happens it's terribly, terribly important. People take supplements, and these supplements can go into the stomach, and they can certainly go into the bowel, but they can also pass through and do very little. Or some of them can be absorbed and do very little. And there's a mixture of good and bad going in when people really have no solid idea and no program to follow, so that they know what they're putting into the body. So terribly, terribly important that these nutrients, and again, when I talk about nutrients to people and share something with them, you can see down there, these nutrients and minerals, they have to be so small that they can actually pass through the cells of the body and right into the blood. And they're pre-digested. And of course, they're sterile and everything else, that we take. So that when it goes into the blood, that it is healthy. So they go into the blood. And what happens there, of course, the bones as well, about the bones. And what is these essential nutrients? They are the foundation. It's a bit like building a house. Foundation. Once you have the foundation right, you can really do anything. One block missing in the foundation, cracks can appear in the house. And this is physical and mental, because our mind is just as important as our physical body. And if the body is not getting what it's supposed to get, this is what happens, and this is very easy to understand, and most people understand that. This is a poor lifestyle. But when I say a poor lifestyle, people can appear to have a very healthy lifestyle. They say we're buying all the right things, but at the same time, they may not realise that the importance of essential minerals and amino acids and trace elements within the cells of the body. And here we have some good cells, because we're not going to just drop dead. Sickness is not about being dead, it's about being half alive in some areas, having problems and looking for the solution outside the problem rather than looking at the problem and finding the solution within yourself. And so we have good cells, and then if there isn't these nutrients in the body, what happens is the stem cells are either reduced in activity or they become, more and more inactive. So what means then is that the cellular repair is not taking place. And when that's not taking place, you can have a lot of problems, a lot of mental problems. And again, it can go from, we don't have to go through everything. It can go to the eye problems, skin problems, heart clogging of the arteries can happen, pancreatic enzymes, digestive problems, cancers, diabetes. Again, the spleen, terribly important. And, the blood is not good going in, and, it's really not, the body's not working very well. Again, with the kidneys, terribly important for the kidneys, and bladder, bones, it happens everywhere. Reproductive organs, small intestine, large intestine, liver, and lungs. So that's where degenerative disease happens. And that is just people not being aware of, what they're eating. I suppose, when the body goes to bed, when the person goes to bed at night, that's when the body sends out an order and says, okay, I need 4,000, liver cells today, and I need 5,000 stomach cells, and I need 400 large intestine cells. It sends out the order, and the body looks at, it looks into the blood, and it sees what's been taken out of the system, put into the system all day or all year or whatever over a period of years, and said we've got bread which turns into sugar, we've got sugar that actually inflames the body, kind of a lot of meat which can clog the body, pizzas that really have very little, can taste good but have very little, very poor nutrition value in it. Takeaway food, fast food, fries, a lot of processed foods, wrong fats, teas, coffee, sodas that can, are flavourings or alcohol that can actually acidify the body and the blood, not very good. Industrial vegetables that are low in nutrients and high in chemicals, preservatives, chemicals, chips, people eat colours are made from chemicals, flavourings, salt, pasta, and they all contribute to degenerative diseases. Now that sounds like a lot just in a few moments there, but really when people start examining what they're eating, they can, over a daily basis, their lifestyle, they can actually, see a lot of this coming into their body. Now, on the other hand, as the secret of wellness is really, really easy, and again, it just goes down to our lifestyle, having being aware, and we can't be aware unless we actually re-educate ourselves, go to the bother of being educated, asking questions. Terribly important to ask questions, find out answers, not just be fobbed off and told, well, that's just it. Because, when people go into the doctor, you're in their care, that's it, you just hand your power over to them. So what we're doing is we're saying, take back the power, we take back the power of our own health. And once we know why the body is not healthy, we say, well, okay, we just tick off and say, well, am I getting all my nutrients, my water, and into my body, my fats and hormones, am I looking after them? Just a very simple tick. So healthy lifestyle is where you add life to your life. And then when the blood is healthy and the nutrients are in the blood brings in all the nutrients, and these stem cells get activated. So as the old cells begin to die off, the stem cells turn into brain cells. And then, as I say, waste is carried away. Now, waste can be carried away in different systems. For example, the lymph takes away waste from the body. The skin can get rid of waste. The feces can carry away byproducts of digestion. The urine can clean away waste, and the lungs. So we have everything working in our favour. So really our mind and our body, it's like a machine. Once we treat it right, it will work beautifully for us. Same thing with our skin. You know, when you have healthy skin, it will help you to have, your hair, your skin won't wear out or have wrinkles, less wrinkles or diseases. So good blood is going into it, and your skin gets healthy. Good blood goes into your heart, and the arteries of your heart are replaced by the activation of these stem cells. And so it goes. I don't have to repeat myself. It just goes on in every single system in the body perfectly. We like breathing or our heart beating. We don't even have to think about it. It just does it all beautifully ourselves. And as I say, it's just a lifestyle. It's our lifestyle. And as I say, it's knowledge is power. There, the old cells. So again, as far as healthy body is concerned, we don't need an awful lot to be healthy. You know, we need to eat real food. You know, as clean a food as possible, and clean water, clean vegetables, nuts and seeds. The nutrogenomics are terribly, terribly important in today's world because of what's being sold on the market and the destruction of soil and food and air and everything. Nutrogenomics is coming to the fore very, very quickly in the world today. There are minerals and our vitamins. And, they contribute to a healthy mind, healthy body. We want to be healthy, we want to be active, we want to have longevity. And above all, we want to have a full life. Now for these minerals that I take and that I recommend for others, you can certainly read all of this yourself, where they're got and where they come from. And this catalogue is full of nutrogenomics, and it is specifically designed for the different systems in the body. I always bring people back to the basics. You can get nowhere without the basics. And the basics are, first of all, is to get the minerals in, the liquid minerals in. And I've changed my name to Steps to Better Health, because things are not going to happen all in one day. We can be overwhelmed when we realise that we have work to do. But we realise that we can do it one step at a time, one day at a time. And, once we have the keys to knowledge, we can just look after ourselves. So I'll put the name of the link to my to the company and my company website. And you can look at the catalogue and you can look for the minerals. It's an online business where we take care of people, take care of customers, where we support customers from the science all the way down to grassroots. And that's where I am here now, is the grassroots, helping people at a local level and helping people who contact me and passing out the information, just simple education. So you can look it up, or you can contact me on Facebook if you like. My name is there, and you can contact me on Facebook, or you can send me a message here from the web. Anyway, have a full, wonderful, full and happy life.